Let us study photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis takes place in the green leaves of a plant. During this process, carbon dioxide and water combine in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight to make food, that is, carbohydrates. Oxygen gas is also released as a byproduct. The reaction is 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight gives C6H12O6, that is, glucose plus 6O2. Note that glucose is the simplest carbohydrate. The leaves of the plants take carbon dioxide from the air through the tiny pores, called stomata, present on their surface. The opening and closing of stomatal pores is controlled by the guard cells, which allow the movement of gases in and out of the plant. Water, used in photosynthesis, is taken up from the soil, through the roots and stems. The sunlight provides energy, required to carry out the chemical reactions involved in the preparation of food. The green pigment, called chlorophyll, present in the chloroplast of the cells, help in absorbing energy from sunlight. The food, like carbohydrates, prepared by photosynthesis, contain chemical energy stored in them. Thus, the green plants convert sunlight energy into chemical energy by making carbohydrates. Let us understand the structure and working of a heart. The heart is a muscular organ, which is as big as our fist, and is roughly triangular in shape. It is made up of special muscles, called cardiac muscles. It has 4 compartments, called chambers, inside it. The upper 2 chambers are called atria, while the lower 2 chambers are called ventricles. The left atrium is connected to the left ventricle through a valve. Similarly, the right atrium is connected to the right ventricle through another valve. The left and right chambers of the heart prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. When the muscles of all the 4 chambers of the heart are relaxed, the pulmonary vein brings the oxygen-rich blood from the lungs into the thin-walled left atrium. It then contracts, while the left ventricle expands. So, the blood is transferred into it. The valve ensures that the blood does not flow backwards. Then, the left ventricle contracts, and the blood is pumped out into the main artery, called aorta. The main artery carries blood to all the organs of the body. The vena cava brings the deoxygenated blood into the right atrium when it is in relaxed position. Then, the right atrium contracts, and the right ventricle expands. So, the blood is transferred into the right ventricle through a valve present between them. And, when the right ventricle contracts, the deoxygenated blood is pumped into the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, their walls are thicker than the atria. In the lungs, the carbon dioxide from deoxygenated blood is removed, and the oxygen-rich blood is again brought back to the heart. This whole process is repeated continuously. Structure of a kidney. We have a pair of bean-shaped kidneys, located in the abdomen, one on either side of the backbone. It is one of the excretory organs, which produces urine. Each kidney consists of millions of filtration units, called nephrons. A nephron consists of a cup-shaped structure, called Bowman's capsule, and a long, coiled tubule. One end of the tubule is connected to the Bowman's capsule, while the other end is connected to a urine-collecting duct of the kidney. The Bowman's capsule contains a bundle of blood capillaries, called glomerulus. One end of the glomerulus is connected to a branch of the renal artery. It brings the blood containing waste products into the glomerulus. The glomerulus filters the blood passing through it. The other end of the glomerulus surrounds the tubule, and, finally, joins a branch of the renal vein, and puts clean blood into it. The tubular part of the nephron allows the selective reabsorption of the useful substances into the blood capillaries, which surround it. The unwanted substances, like urea, some salts, and excess water, remaining in the tubule, is urine. This urine is carried into the urine-collecting duct. Thus, the kidney removes nitrogenous wastes, like urea, or uric acid, some salts, and excess of water, from the blood, and excretes them in the form of a yellowish liquid, called urine.